How's everybody doing on this podcast tonight? Um, I know it's been a while since I've done this podcast, um, but we're back. We're here, uh, and I'd like to thank everybody for the support on the songs. Uh, I need to complete this. That my next project is almost done. So we'll probably end up releasing it early, maybe sometime in February, March, or April. Might be April 1st because that's when the album's supposed to be released on Audio Mac, and yeah. Um, so really ain't got much to talk about. I'm gonna just say what comes to mind. That today I had a really bad day. Um, it started worse, man. Like I can't even regret all the stuff that I do. It did the day, and here on the Justin Sims podcast, season 1, episode 1, Guitars and Cadillacs. So I really don't know how much I've had this before, or if I've done this before. Because most of the times that I think I pretty much did what I could do, and saying stuff like it's not mattering to be forever or virginity, that I have this complete almost. That nothing has ever released a song like this before. And it's never going to be the podcast that we need for episode 2. So, half of the time, I really have to appreciate for what everybody has done for me for these last few years. I started singing about when I got my first guitar. I think it's 12 years old. Actually, I think I was maybe about 13 or 14. I don't know. But now, here I like to thank everybody for the song "The Long Ending Road." That song is about a road that I walk on pretty much when I'm like really really upset. I just go walking down that road, and like I just see some things like going on in my head, and like I just want to forget it, get it out of my head, and get things like done. Like, okay, have you ever done this before? Like, yes. They like, when I was 12 years old. They like, that's a nice idea. You doing it since you was 12 years old. So doing this before, I thought I was like crazy, and I was like, I've done this before, man. It's like I don't know when it started, but I done things like I cannot appreciate everybody doing this for me, and doing this for my whole career. It's something I've been wanting to do. I wanted to write songs about stuff that I am going through so much, and that we got the album almost through. I'm ready for you guys to hear it, so you can see what you think about it, and if you love it, good. I really appreciate this. Things like this is not easy, man, because you got to put all the effort into it. And doing things like I never thought I would be doing this since a 30 age or a 40 age. Once I'm like 50 or 40, I will stop singing because I don't want to sing at an old age, and or rap at an old age, because I'm not, like that type of person. Um, and like doing this for several years has been really frustrating, man. Like I don't even know what to think about it, because it's pretty much most of my life. It's it's full of freaking sad days, man. Like you do something of your own, and like you know, pretty much bring it back into Cadillacs, and you're playing an E minor and you're playing A major and G major and F minor on a guitar. I was like, man, the acoustic guitar, you got to learn how to play every once in a while. Practice 5 minutes a day. Cause me, that's what my daddy and granddaddy said. Practice 5 minutes a day, and you will get the hang of playing the guitar. Um, I just want to get like done and knocked out of the way, cause I know that playing guitars, um, people likes to rush through them and doing things like I would never see my whole life, man. Because um, doing things like I have to put more effort into what I do in my music. That's why I hardly ever play guitar because um, I don't want I don't want to be ashamed by the internet, or I don't want to be ashamed by my friends or family. I don't even want to be treated like an outcast, because things like people say um, when their friends ditch them and they say they don't want to hang out with them. That's what respect and responsibility has to do with being an outcast. I mean, you're just on your own, man. If people say they don't love the music, if people say they don't love the career or what you do to put into life, like you're not getting very far in life. And like, I'm just like, dude, like, calm down. It's just like some things, you put into the effort, put into the music, because doing things and solving problems are not a qualification for writing music or doing stuff that will be more interact by the way the feelings are. And doing things, it's pretty much pitiful. And like, I don't even know what to say. Like, people just like put it on there, post it, will they get views and stuff. I mean, I sometimes I even think to myself, what did I even do to deserve this kind of respect, or to deserve this kind of responsibility, to trust it in my own hands? Like, sometimes I feel like I'm not supportive anymore. Um, Sometimes I feel like nothing compares to me. Um, Ever since I wrote the EXT album, um, I hardly even got nothing, man. Uh, and Voices, that was a true song about. That's when I brought into my life, and like I was doing this for so much time, and like I do stuff, and I am to be qualified to be for or verified to do this, because nothing's ever been supportive to me or nothing else. And sometimes I just think life does not work that way, because you can't just go up to somebody and say, hey, this song is pretty stupid. Did you write it? Yeah. Well, then it said next time change your mind and think of who wrote the song and get into the mining. Um, because I think sometimes I'm just like doing what I have to do, man, and whew, it's like sometimes I just think celebrities or country music singers or rappers have to do something about getting something like for being treated normal or for being treated like something like it's been done for. The whole album is almost through. We put it out. Excuse me. But anyways, doing things um, pretty much takes time. No rush at all because if you rush it, you are rushing your time. And the more you rush your time, the more time flies by. And things like I don't even matter how much I even lost. Because if I lost something, I would think it would be trusted in my own hands or would be trusted in God's hands. Because I think sometimes it's normal to be a normal being. And it's like, I just think people are actually confused what I'm doing. I mean, they're like, what are you writing about? I'm writing about things I'm actually going through and person that helps my life. And like, they're like, oh yeah, something's great. Here you go, get a pass and get a freebie to go somewhere to like, go to a McDonald's drive-through or Sonic drive-through or something. Because it's not matter what you think about it. And the more time flies by, and I'm just like doing things, man. It's like I'm having so much problems with this, and it's just like barely even talking. I mean, sometimes it's more interacting about that people are more confused about my music, and they compare me to other people. I was like, no, if people wrote about something or somebody steals somebody else's lyrics, then I would be more interacting, fearing. And I really think that it's really so much time that I've been doing to put into the music career, and to be thinking that I'm not supportive anymore, or that I'm not doing this like, hey, I have to do something, get out of the way, or something that is personally helps this. And it thinks too much that it's so much getting out of timing, and you're putting more effort into it, working a lot and working overnight, working over days and stuff, working 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. And you think that people want to do that? No, they don't want to be staying up all night just writing songs and them getting frustrated having to write a couple more songs. That's like me. I understand that people are more confused about the music and more career about life, because anything will ever try to be somebody and thinking they can't let go of life, because sometimes it's inconvenient, they write about things that actually went through and stuff, and like they can never be somebody who has to be another person or another lyrics or some kind of geniuses, writing this and doing this and paying people back like money or gifts or something, man. I mean, they are more confused about what people does in life and like, um, what are you doing here? You ain't got no business to be doing here. And like, yeah, that's confusing to me, but I think it's inconvenience that people have wrote some things about life, about writing stuff about God or anything, because more interact, I feel like I'm a embarrassment to the world, and people may not understand that. That's okay, because the more I feel like embarrassed, I I get something in my life and paying for everything I do, and like this is how they repay me. No, no, you don't repay people. You don't come up there and ruin their lives if they live a perfect life. If they have medical problems or mental awareness, PTS, depression, anxiety, or if they got problems, talking to themselves. I mean, you just don't go up and just like push them around. They're already having to deal with their own problems. They don't need your problems because you don't want nobody making you feel low down. So why are you trying to make that same person feel low down as he or she already is? Just because, they got no friends and it's 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 very confusing. Like doing some things here and it's like writing and comparing and making me feel embarrassed of my life. The most considerate moment of my life, I think I'll probably just be happier if I was just in God's hands or somebody's. Because somehow my mama, she's always there for me, and my daddy, and the love of my life. They're always there for me, and they're always there when I need to talk to somebody. Like if I'm having problems about something, um, it's so interact. I mean, why do some people even hate they just have to be that person, like their mental illness, their mental awareness, their mental health awareness? I mean, it feels like people just brings them down. They don't want to write about life. They don't want. They don't want to write about things you go with, man. I mean, it's it's pretty embarrassing the way that people does to people and make them feel ashamed about the world. God loves His children. God loves everybody in the world. And if nobody has the appropriate timing to do that or to be awareness, because most people end up being like, what are you doing here? You don't need to be here because we don't allow this or that. I mean, that person, just let them be themselves. There's nothing you can change about people. There's nothing you can change about their personality. There's nothing you can change about yourself or he or she. And I think some people that are confused about life. I mean, um, yeah. So this will be it for season one, episode one. I just want to get my little message out there to the world and give it like people a motivation speech. But that would probably be in like season 1, episode 2, um, motivational talk. So if y'all enjoy this podcast, be sure to go follow Justice Sims on Spotify, SoundCloud, Audio Mac, and Twitter, Facebook, um, and Instagram. And this podcast is sponsored by Hardcore Hunter. Go check them out at hardcorehunter.com and get yourself whatever there, like jacket, shirt, hat, whatever. So, thank you, and I hope y'all enjoy this podcast for season 1. Again, I am Justin Sims, and thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you.